Hey, thanks for joining me with another Tea with Tasha. Man, that last video, goodness gracious, this got me fired up. The video was about cheating, and it just took me back to a place, and I'm just like, "Woo! Thank you, Lord, for deliverance, and for not allowing the enemy to deceive you with these circumstances like that." Those two situations, that was a lot. That was a lot. Dealing with somebody trying to sell you a dream, and they know good and well that they're married, and that just was I just, man, that was a lot. And don't allow men to put you in those kind of positions, because your husband will not do that. Your husband will not compromise you. Good men leave and get their paperwork started, and they don't try to balance two at a time. That's just an awful place to be. How can you trust him if she can't trust him? You know what I'm saying? Like, relationships are built on trust, and that's just not a place where you ever want to catch yourself. I have seen a few people, in the dating arena, um, date somebody and he cheats. Or it's another thing where men, they take breaks because so that's their way of cheating without cheating. I just need some time to myself. And like I say, a good man is gonna meet you and build with you and want something with you. But a man that's playing games, he will often want to take it back to the beginning. He just wants to date because he wants to have the parts of you that he enjoys without the commitment. He wants to enjoy spending time with you. But as soon as things get to, going down that road, he wants a break because he wants to cheat with in your face without you having to, hold him accountable. A good man is not going to even want to jeopardize putting you on hold, and he's not going to want to jeopardize any time away from you. He's going to want to lock it down and move forward. He's not going to even want to risk the fact that you might be entertaining somebody else and during this break time. So be very cautious and very careful. And like I say, I had to learn some things the hard way. Like I say, letting somebody sell you a dream and make you think that, oh my God, we should have been together. And no, we should not have been. That was an awful situation from beginning to end. It was a very awful situation. And just kept, and even when I tried to like leave and say, what, I said, you got too much going on in your life. And he was upset with me, like, how dare you be upset when I'm telling you, like, this is not right, like, this is not right. So let your cutoff game be quick, and be very cautious about getting involved with people too quickly, letting them sell you a dream. And because if it is, it will not have to be manufactured. It will reveal itself. And I often, when you are dating, if you have any type of confusion, pray and ask God to show you. Like, usually if you in a relationship, just say, Lord, if this is not the man for me, please remove him. Please remove him. Please remove him. And I think at that time, because usually when you get a few months in and things are going well, and you start praying that, hey, if he's not the one, remove him. And it was so crazy because God showed me exactly what it was. And him communicating with that woman and him doing that showed me exactly what it was. And I just was so caught up and wanted what I wanted. I didn't want to be single anymore. I wanted to be in a relationship. And I sacrificed so much, and I realized it was not worth it. It was not worth it. That it was never going to be, that it was never going to evolve, and it never did. I mean, I just think about, goodness gracious, the time that I wasted. I could have been doing something else. I could have been investing in myself. I could have just, man, doing 100 other things than letting somebody hurt me that way, because cheating is hurtful to everybody involved. It's hurtful to the spouse. It's hurtful to the side piece, especially if you think that one day he's stringing you along, one day you're going to be with him. No, you're not. And if you do, you're going to forever look over your shoulder. You're going to forever think that if he did it to her, he'll do it to you. I think collectively, if we stop tolerating that and don't tolerate it from the beginning, as soon as you see it, because God will show you what it is. He'll show you, and I don't care where you are, know how far along. If you have to draw a line in the sand and not allow that behavior to be tolerated, because if you do, you have just swallowed this pill and you have just accepted this behavior. And if you accept it, you're going to have to continue to accept it, because this is the introduction. Like I said, this is the introduction. This is not the final thing, you know. And you think about when a man is cheating, if he's cheating on his wife, think about how many lies he has told, how deceitful he has been. He's lying about where he is. He's lying about where he's going. His phone is always locked. He has a privacy screen because he is doing dirt. And if he's doing all of that, he already gone. He already gone. He just still maybe in the house with you, but he already gone. You know, it's just not a place that you want to be in. You do not want to be in that place where somebody is stringing you along, because they will string you along and string you along, and you deserve better than that. I think collectively as women, if we collectively say, no, this is unacceptable behavior, and don't condone it. Don't, if your little nephew or cousin or whoever is cheating, don't let him bring his, dip to the family function. No, do not. We need to not condone this behavior all the way around. Don't let him be comfortable. He needs to be sleeping with her in the backseat of his car, because that's the trash that is happening. That's what he needs. They need to experience it for what it really is. They don't need to be comfortable. They need to be at a hotel room. They need to be sneaking around, because that's what this is. This is not some behavior that should just be acceptable. If you see somebody's husband, he needs to be exposed, because he needs to deal with the choices that he's making. You cannot have both. And we should not allow men to live this way. The men in the community need to stand up and say, this is unacceptable, because you are destroying our families. For what? Chase and tail? Come on. We need to build strong families. And as women, don't tolerate it, because it's going to affect your self-esteem. It's going to hurt everybody involved. He has children, family. Don't get involved with that. It's plenty good men out here, and they are unattached. They are not married, that are not living with women. You do not need that in your life. Do not allow that bad juju in your life, as I should say. And if you're dating and you find that he's still playing the field, you're not the one. You are just not the one. And he will continue to do this forever. Like, this is the introduction. As soon as you upset him, or he is bored, or whatever the case is, he's gonna go right to it. It's just an unfortunate circumstance, but men do it because they get away with it. Because you fussing and getting upset, and you're invested, and that's the key. Do not invest your heart, time, money, energy, feelings, your body, anything until he has created a safe place for you to do that. If he doesn't create a safe place for you to do that, do not invest. Do not get attached. Like I say, pack light. Be able to move in a moment. Like, do not let grass grow under your feet. Split quickly. Like, it is not worth it. The tear that it's going to have on your self-esteem alone. The wondering, and oh my God, it's awful. It's awful. I know women that have dealt with cheating for years and years and years, and man, I still see the effects of that. Like, it tears you down, because like I say, he's telling you that you're not enough over and over again, just by the mere fact that he's showing you that you're not. And it's going to boost your self-esteem when you finally leave, and stick up for yourself. You deserve better. And part of the infidelity, part of it is emotional abuse, because they insecure, whatever they got going on, they trying to break you down. And nothing hurts more than your, husband or whatever cheating on you. And nothing hurts more because it's like, my goodness, you ruined our family. It's just a tragic place to be. And you can build a life after this. Like my mama always told me, don't let no woman with a man tell you how to leave your man. I ain't telling you to leave your man, but I am telling you there is a better life for you. That the pain and that is going to cause you is just too great. It's just too great. It's not worth it. It's going to tear your self-esteem. It's going to tear the core of who you are, dealing with that kind of thing. And so if you're fortunate enough, and we should be looking and paying attention and trying to figure out what's what when we're dating, because you want to pay attention to see, if he has an appetite for more than one woman, that's just who he is, and that's just what it is. Leave him alone. It's probably part of that 7 or 8 out of 10 men that just like variety. They just like, going from one to another, and that's them. Let them deal with that. Don't let that be your life. Choose quickly, pack light, be very discerning. Like I say, I wished if I could go back, I wished as soon as I got confirmation that he was seeing somebody else, I would have left. As soon as he told me that he was married, I should have not dealt with him, not talked to him, not anything. Do not get so invested, because if he's lying, I'm thinking like he's already lied. He lied, and now he's telling me the truth because he realized I'm invested. And what kind of life am I gonna have with this man that's lying to everybody involved? No, it's not worth it. It's just really not. That was just on my heart. Like I had somebody call me, a friend of mine called me and was saying how her friend was potentially about to mess with a married man, and he had like a baby on the way, had a young family, and he was trying to portray the girl. And I was like, girl, please tell her, do not do it, because he has such a young family. Like, don't like. And the girl was just so upset because she was like, I'm just so like, I cannot believe that she's trying to do this. And he had a job where he could travel, and he was out of town, and the girl went to go meet him in whatever town he was in. And I was like, girl, that is so dangerous. It is so dangerous. I said, what if, the wife comes and finds out, and you never know, she could be unstable. She could bust your head open. I mean, and she is well within her rights. You know what I'm saying? She's well within her rights to do so. You out with somebody's husband. We have to have morals, and we have to have a quick cutoff game. Do not let anybody Jedi mind trick you. As soon as you are privy of any information, cut it off, because it is not worth it. If you're dating somebody and they are entertaining other people, cut it off. Cut it off, because there is more where that came from. And once they see that you're going to take it, you're going to take it. They're going to keep dishing it out, because they realize you invested enough that you're going to put up with it. And that's just not something. Being faithful is the bare minimum. And I think, especially as Black women, we need to cut it off so that we can stand up and say there are good Black men, because there are a lot of good Black men out there. But if we continue to deal with the ones that show us this behavior, we will begin to say there aren't any, because we're allowing the worst to deal with us. He should be dealing with the side piece that is a professional side piece that's got multiple side pieces that wants that life. That's who he should be dealing with. He should not have an opportunity to deal with a good woman. He should not. He should not. He should not have access to a good woman. Good women need to stand up and cut men off. That is the bare minimum. Being faithful is the bare minimum. If we are calling ourselves in a relationship, that is the bare minimum. If he can't do that, it is downhill. He is never going to do it. Never going to do it. It's just never going to do it. He's going to continue with this behavior, and you're just going to have a life of pain. A life of pain. It is not worth it. You deserve better. When men show you who they are, and they typically will tell you very early on what what they're about. And if they show you that they're entertaining other women, you're not the one. If you in a relationship and you catch him cheating, if you are privy to catch him doing something, take it as, man, a lesson learned. Take it as a blessing that you're able to get out, because you don't know what he's doing, what diseases he might bring into you. I mean, it is just not worth it. And it's so hurtful because he's a cheater and a liar. And he's lying about everything, where he is, how is he meeting up? No. Just, girl, no. No, 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 no. It is not worth it. The pain that it's going to cause you, the self-esteem that it's going to cause you, because he's going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because he just wants the variety and because he can get away with it. Once they get away with it one time, they are going to continue on, because you are not the one, because they like choosing. Some men just like choosing. They like meeting new people, and as soon as they decide they don't want to be with her, they go, starting something with somebody else, because they like that newness. But he's going to continue to do it and continue to do it and continue to do it. Save yourself some heartache. Save yourself some bad karma. Save yourself from all of it. The moment you see it, leave. Pack light, leave. The moment you get confirmation that this is what it is, say, oh, I am not built for this. You are not. You are not built for it. That is not a burden that you want in your life. Leave. Leave. I mean, just leave. It is not worth it. I hope you have enjoyed this tea with Tasha. Goodness gracious, that just took so much out of me, because it is just such a painful, painful subject. But I hope you have enjoyed this tea with Tasha. Like, share, get the word out. Man, I'm having a great time, but leave. Please. Until we meet again.